Hello and welcome to a summary of the news. A royal decree was issued adjourning the Parliament's extraordinary session as of Tuesday, June the 30th. A citizen of the northern city of Ramtha died and 4 others were injured afternoon when several mortar shells from Syria fell on a street in the city centre. An official source announced that the shells hit Ramtha as a result of clashes inside Syria, very close to the Jordanian-Syrian border. Public security and civil defense personnel rushed to the site and evacuate citizens, rescue the injured and check out the damage caused by the heinous act. Prime Minister Abdullah Mansour chaired a meeting to discuss measures taken by electricity companies to address violation of electricity distribution networks. The meeting also reviewed the issues of power theft, instances of festive firing and illegal use of electricity. Mansour stressed the importance of addressing power theft and reducing energy losses as it amounts to loss of national resource. He also called for the need for public security and the gendarmerie to provide support to electricity teams to prevent attempts to violate the law and to end violations against electricity networks. Palestine will officially present the first batch of information in its file on Israeli occupation to the International Criminal Court. Israeli radio said the file, which will be submitted by Palestine Liberation Organization Executive Committee member Saib Ariqat, will include the issues of settlement, prisoners and the Israeli aggression on the Gaza Strip. Ariqat, meanwhile, said the latest UN Human Rights Council report was very important, adding that the Palestinian leadership would form a legal committee to follow up on the report's request from the Palestinian side. The United Nations called on Israel to translate its commitment to a two-state solution into action. United Nations Under-Secretary General for Political Affairs Jeffrey Feltman said during the UN Security Council session he's optimistic about the recent recommitment by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to the idea of a sustainable two-state solution. The UN official added that Israel needed to stop sensitive and unilateral activities in the West Bank, such as settlement activity. In other news now, at least 35 people were killed in an attack by Daesh terrorists on the Syrian town of Kobani near the Turkish border. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said fighting was continuing in the town, which is also known as Ain al-Arab. In the Syrian city of Hasaka, Daesh fighters launched an attack against government-held areas overnight, and civilians fled al-Nashwa neighborhood. The Joint Task Force Command said the United States and its coalition partners staged 13 airstrikes against Daesh terrorists in Iraq. The Defense Ministry said in a statement that security forces killed 3 terrorists and a sniper in the district of Garma. Security forces also killed 4 insurgents attempting to enter the country's biggest refinery near Beiji. And in the western province of Anbar, security sources said Daesh terrorists detonated a car bomb and then opened fire on Iraqi troops, killing 14 soldiers. 27 soldiers were also wounded in the attack in Anbar's Nadim at-Taqsim region. And in the town of Heat, west of Ramadi, artillery fire and rocket attacks targeted the local irrigation department, killing 9 people and wounding 13. Saudi Arabia state media said shelling by Yemen's Houthi militia killed 4 soldiers from Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates stationed on Yemen's border with the Saudi Kingdom. A spate of bombings in the Houthi-controlled capital also continued as a remote-controlled bomb detonated outside the state news agency, killing a Houthi fighter and wounding 2 others. The Houthis and their allies in Yemen's army have managed to hold most of the populated western part of the country against armed groups in the cities of Aden, Taz, Dala and Ma'rib, backed by coalition airstrikes. Finally, the weather outlook: cool tonight across the hilly areas and fair in the Jordan Valley, with a low of 16 degrees forecast for the capital Amman. As for tomorrow, normal summer weather will prevail across much of the country, except, of course, in the Jordan Valley and the Gulf of Aqaba, where highs will hover around the mid-30s. Winds in Aqaba will be northerly moderate and the seas calm. And that's the end of tonight's news summary. My name's Radl Al-Toush. Thank you so much for your time. Have a good night.